Motherfucker tried breaking my shit.
Latest UFC Vegas 27 fight card. Lineup for Font vs Garbrandt on May 22nd. It's a battle of top 5 bantamweights with a future title shot on the line as number 3 rank Rob Font looks to win this 4th straight at the expense of former 135-pound champion and number 4 ranked veteran Cody Garbrandt. McGregor and Devlin announced over the holidays that the family was expecting their 3rd child, and on Monday the world saw the first glimpse of Rian. For McGregor and Devlin, it's another blessing for what has already been an absolutely phenomenal year for their family. Even despite McGregor losing his lone fight at UFC 257 earlier this year to Dustin Poirier, he was recently named the world's highest-paid athlete in 2021. Between the purse for his UFC bouts, his sponsorship money, and the sale of proper No. 12, it's been a huge year for the McGregor clan, and welcoming their 3rd child is just the cherry on top. He posted on Instagram, "The McGregor clan is now a family of 5 healthy baby boy delivered. Baby and Mammy Wonder Woman are doing great. God, I thank you for everything you give to me and my family in this world. My newborn son, Rian McGregor."
Hey, what's up everybody? And I am in the hospital right now, so I broke my arm and I have a surgery tomorrow. Thanks UFC for all support, and thanks everyone for rooting for me. So I think everything's gonna be fine. Thank you.
Tony Ferguson has no plans of retiring following his 3rd consecutive loss at last Saturday's UFC 262 pay-per-view event in Houston. El Cucuy had entered his co-main event bout, with Beneil Dariush looking to rebound from his recent setbacks to Charles Oliveira and Justin Gaethje. Unfortunately for Tony Ferguson and his fans, Beneil Dariush was able to utilize a smart game plan to smother and dominate El Cucuy for the better part of 15 minutes en route to a unanimous decision victory. Now having lost 3 straight fights, many wondered what, if anything, would come next for Ferguson. UFC President Dana White even suggested that Father Time had finally caught up with the longtime lightweight contender, and Tony's initial reaction following the loss had many fans thinking El Cucuy might call it quits.
Here we are, Monday morning, hitting the ground running after a tough weekend, a tough loss, falling short, a great opportunity that was, we missed the mark. And that's just the way life is. Sometimes life's going to deal you those kinds of things. Sometimes you're going to encounter scars, bruises, but the scars and the bruises remind them that you're still here. You still got a smile on your face and you're still moving forward with complete disregard to previous failures and future opposition. Just want to thank you guys for being on this journey with me. You have no idea what your support the outpouring of love has done to my heart. It's just absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for being on this journey with me. I'm surrounded by such a great, ridiculous support system, and I love you guys so much for being part of that. We don't follow people because of the virtual certainty of success that they will have. We don't follow them into battle because we know that they're going to win. We follow them into battle because of what they have done on the way to the battlefield. And then if they do encounter a setback, if they do suffer loss, if they do publicly get beaten and the masses see it, we follow them because of the way that they pull themselves back up. Follow them because of the way that they trod forward, continue to move forward, continue to hitch their dreams to that shooting star. And that's where I'm at right now. So I just love you guys. Thank you for being on this journey with me. The best is still yet to come. As I said, I will wear that UFC strap before this career is over. It's just a bump in the road. The road back to the title starts today. It already started today. I was in the gym this morning, just like I promised you guys I would be when I promised you on Saturday night. So I love you guys. As always, I'll see you at the top.
Forbes magazine naming their top 10 highest paid athletes in 2021, and the Irishman McGregor, Anthony, he's number one. This is obviously there's a lot to break down here, right? I think we know that the majority of that money comes from the sale of the whiskey. At least that's my understanding. Conor McGregor doesn't exist without the UFC. The whiskey doesn't exist without the UFC, right? So by and large, I mean, he is a UFC fighter sitting at the top of the Forbes list. I mean, Anthony, I never thought I'd see this day. It's a big deal. It really is.
That's huge. That's huge. And you know what? He deserves every penny of that. The demand for Conor McGregor is high. It's as high right now as it's ever been. I think it's good for the sport. It definitely brings up our ceiling. Just to kind of transition a little bit to John Jones talking about he wanted $50 million or whatever. Like, when I speak about John Jones not getting $50 million to fight, it's not because I don't want him to. I absolutely want John Jones to make $50 million when he fights. Because as his ceiling gets brought up, so does everybody else's. You pull everybody up with you. I'm all about everyone getting paid as much as they possibly can. When I spoke on John Jones, it was more in like, I think we're getting a little bit unrealistic here. It's like a $15 an hour worker looking for a raise and asking for $70 an hour. It's too unrealistic of a bump. It's not saying I don't want them to get that. It's just, so I think Conor being on top of that list does exactly that. It just keeps pulling everybody up and showing that we're legitimate athletes, because I think sometimes these basketball players and these football players, I know that, say 5 years ago, they didn't necessarily always take this as serious as maybe they would take other sports. I think over the last 5 years with the ESPN deal and just the Reebok stuff and the uniforms and just being more recognized, I think as on the same level, I think that this absolutely helps that.
If all goes well, when could you return? When are you targeting?
So when I first started in February, it was like, summer, and I was thinking like July or June, but that's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. So now I'm thinking like maybe, hopefully like September, I'm hoping. Okay. Yeah. Even maybe August.
Okay.
We'll see.
Has the UFC been hitting you up, or are they kind of just, you reach out to us when you're ready?
Yeah, I had messaged Jaina like a while ago when I started going live. I was like, hey, I'm going live. And he's like, oh, okay. And like, I think he had said something about it. Someone asked him about me, and then he said something about it. But but that was before I broke my hand and got a concussion, all that stuff. So, but I'm fine now. So I think, I think I'll be good. Hopefully soon. I can't wait.
Yeah, I bet. And I know a lot of people are excited to see you come back. When and if you do come back in August, September, are you coming back as a flyweight or a strawweight?
So I was thinking I was going to try out flyweight for a couple fights and see how I feel there. Because, all the fights that I've had at strawweight, during the fight, I always felt like I was, I felt weak and tired. So I was wondering if maybe just the weight cut was too draining for me. And it was usually like, I've never had an issue making the weight. It was just the day after I felt like I wasn't fully recovered. And I don't know if other people feel that way too. I don't know if that's a natural feeling, but I definitely feel way stronger and more explosive when I practice than when I fight. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, maybe I need to try like something where I don't cut very much weight at all, you know, because like I was walking around at 130, now I'm walking around at 135, so I'm like, maybe, you know, if I'm not cutting too much weight at all, if I'll be a little bit more stronger and explosive, yeah, I'll have to fight people that like are probably 145 or whatever going into the fight, but I don't really care about that. I don't know how much someone a 135er weighs, or 125er weighs going into a fight, but I think it can't be that much.